Hey y'all, it's Quicksand. Today we're going to talk about trail first aid. Now a lot of you all know that I thru hiked the AT in 2016, and I'm going to show you exactly what I use for my first aid. Now when I first got into Georgia, I saw so many people with these kind of little kits, and even bigger, believe it or not. And today I'm going to tell you why you don't need all this and how you can save weight with your first aid. All right, let's. Now I'm going to show you all you need in your first aid kit. Now this is going to go in conjunction with stuff that you already carry in your backpack on a thru hike. First thing, toilet paper, TP. If you don't know already that you should carry some of this on your thru hike, this is a must, definitely, TP. Second are hand wipes, sanitizer wipes. I buy the big pack and then I put some in a Ziploc bag, but on thru hike you're probably just going to want to buy those little single ones. That's what I did. But wipes are very important. When I first started in Georgia, a lot of people didn't have wipes, and they borrowed mine for a while until they could get to a place and buy some. But once they discovered wipes, everyone always used them. They're great. I heard once that they're great to wipe your hands, your rear end, and your face, but not necessarily in that order. So yes, wipes are a must. Third, hand sanitizer. Believe it or not, a lot of people in Georgia didn't have hand sanitizer either. You can't always wash your hands, so this comes in real handy. Definitely carry hand sanitizer. And if you're not already, try to carry some Body Glide with you, or something that you can that'll help. This stuff's the best. I would just go with Body Glide. This will actually prevent blisters, and it's a lifesaver. It's great stuff. And fourth, you should have some ibuprofen with you, and some aspirin or something, to relieve if it hurts, ache. The first thing you're going to want in your first aid kit, the most important thing, is Leukotape. Now, Leukotape is probably the best tape you can get. Beats duct tape. This stuff can get wet, you can sweat, and it will stay on for days. It's amazing stuff, and it's a lifesaver on the trail. So this is what Leukotape looks like. As you can see, it's really strong, and like I said, it will stick to you. And you can get wet, sweat, and it'll stick for a few days, before it starts coming off. It's really good stuff. What I suggest is, if you're prone to getting blisters, you use this tape and tape up your heels, your toes, whatever part of your feet get blisters. And also your sides, where your hip belt, a lot of people will chafe on the side. So go ahead and tape up your sides too. So what I would do is I would get up and I would hike, part of the day. And then after lunch, I would go ahead and tape up my heels or any other place that felt like I might need it. Sometimes I did have to tape up my sides. And after a few weeks, I didn't have to use this tape. But what you want to do is, even before you feel a hot spot, just an irritation, stop what you're doing. Sit down, take off your shoes and your socks, and put on some tape, Actually, what I would do is I would rub a little hand sanitizer on that area, dry it out, and then put this tape on it, and it will save you from getting blisters. I did get blisters on my AT thru hike, but it was when I changed into these minimal hiking trail runners, And by then I wasn't using this tape anymore. And it's no fun. It's no fun through hiking on blisters. Believe me when I tell you that. All right. So of course, you don't want to carry this whole thing. This is a lot. You don't really need it. So what you can do is you can break off a little piece of pencil or something and just, tape it around there. Like, this is about as much as I carried. Some people will tape it around their trekking pole. That works too. Whatever way, but you really don't need to carry all this with you. Just this will do. All right, y'all. So the next thing I'm going to show you is kind of controversial, but it works for me, and that is super glue. Now, this is optional. You could just go with the Leukotape alone, but what I found with the super glue was that once I did get a blister and I popped it and cleaned it, what I would do is I would get some super glue and rub it around the blister, and it gave it like an extra skin, It's like new skin, but the truth is super glue is way better than new skin. New skin will fall off. This stuff will last on longer. And then after it dries, I would just put some Leukotape over that. And it worked. I mean, it worked really good with blisters where by the end of the day, I wasn't even feeling my blister anymore. So this is optional, but I'm telling you, it works if you already got a blister and you need like a little second coating of skin or something. And also, if you can get a big enough cut to stop bleeding and everything, you can actually seal it up with this, wrap it up with some Leukotape until you can get into town and get it taken care of properly. And it'll keep, dirt and all kinds of stuff from getting in it and infecting it. So this was number 2, along with Leukotape, the super glue. But like I said, it's optional. You could get by with just the Leukotape. All right. So there you have it. You can save over 11 ounces, maybe even more if your first aid kit's bigger. But I want to tell you that if your first aid kit is like a safety blanket for you, if it makes you feel more secure, please go ahead and take it with you. And eventually you'll realize that you may not need it and it's time to ditch that weight. But if you want to just go out there as light as you can, take it from me. I've done it. I hiked a whole AT with just that, and I was fine. And remember, if you have knee problems, ankle problems, make sure you carry, a knee brace or an ankle brace with you. Or if you have stomach problems, antacids, gas X, stuff like that. What I covered mostly is like cuts and abrasions and blisters. Blisters being the worst thing on the trail that you can get. Well, besides being sick. That's pretty bad too. All right, guys. Listen, if you got anything out of this video and you liked it, please subscribe and like. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to be uploading tons of videos. I have a shakedown hike coming next week, and I'm going to make a video of that. So please, I would love it if you'd follow along on my journey. Sobos don't get enough love. And I want to represent the Sobo through hike, and I want to show it in its entirety. So please follow along, and I'll see y'all in my next video. All right.